let me tell you who choked tonight. Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertantonnyc, coming to you with your no frills, the voice commentary from a singer. Oh my goodness, this is the top 5, it's the semifinals show, and everybody is so good. But tonight, each performer sings 2 songs. First is Coach Choice, and then their personal choice, their hometown tribute. Of course, they're all going home to visit, do the concerts and stuff, so I may just talk a little bit about what they did. I might not if I start running out of like battery life or something like that, but we'll see what happens. There's a wild card show tomorrow night, so make sure to tune in and vote for the person that you want to bring back. Blake Shelton starts out the show by singing Lonely Tonight featuring Ashley Monroe, and he started out with his brows all furrowed and his old boy swagger going. You know, I don't think Carson announced that this was even a duet, but the girl came out, she started singing with him. She sounded good, Ashley Monroe, and they had a nice soothing sound together. First round was Coach's Choice. TeamAdam started with Damien. Adam chose She's Out of My Life by Michael Jackson, and we didn't get to see the rehearsal footage for any of them, for any of these performances tonight. So Damien started in a little candle circle on a tall stool. He had a nice breathy production to start the song and had the audience with him as soon as he hit his full throaty note. He had quite a few nice moments in this, and the song fit his little beggy crooning style with room for him to do some big notes that he nailed to perfection. All the coaches stood for him at the end. Blake called it one of the most perfect performances he's heard on this stage. Pharrell said every week we get to see more and more of Damien. Gwen said the emotion he's able to bring is gorgeous. Then TeamBlake had Craig Wayne Boyd doing Working Man Blues by Merle Haggard, and he started at the top of the stairs with the horns blowing away. This was one of those nice preacher kind of performances. You know how he got that southern preacher thing going on? It was just that type of performance, and I love him so much for it. He was interacting with the band and the audience, working every part of his range, falsetto, chest voice, lower notes, everything, just bringing it. I think he broke my TV for a minute because something happened. I don't know, did it happen to your TV too? But then it came back, and I love the ending of the song with the band and the light hits, dun, 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 you know, all of that, the little blues ending. I was like, very entertaining, good vocal, just a great performance. Pharrell said it's the kind of performance from someone who knows who they are and how to have a good time. Gwen called him so natural up there and said he has a flawless way of going up into his head voice. Adam called him consistent and powerful and said he loves his individuality. Then TeamGwen had Taylor John Williams doing Falling Slowly by the Swell season, and I like the lower part of his voice when he started this song out, just him and the guitar. It was a little introspective but very honest. This may have been his most personal and vulnerable performance on the show. Adam said he loves hearing him sing every time he does. Blake told him he's never heard that much strength and range in his voice before. Pharrell said he loves that he transforms songs and makes them his own. And then TeamAdam had Matt McAndrew do Make It Rain by Ed Sheeran, and this had such a nice blues tinge, and Matt was all up in it. I let out a when he did the light run down at the beginning. I can't even remember what it was, but anyway, it was so nice and it just touched me. I was like, all right, go ahead on sang. And then he wailed away on the refrain, and I felt it. With him wailing for the rain to come and the perfect mix and control and unbridled emotion, I really enjoyed it. All the coaches stood for him. Blake called it a Grammy-worthy performance. Pharrell called him a star. Grant said he loves the contradictions about him and said the tone of his voice gives her chills. TeamAdam had Chris Jamison do Sugar by Maroon 5, and Adam said that Chris wanted to do this song, and it's Maroon 5's next single. He got some sweet opening graphics. You know, does it seem like he always get put in a tunnel with all this stuff going on? I was like, you better work it. His vocal production on the song was pretty good to begin, and the falsetto was also good, but it sounded like he was being doubled, or there was some effects on the mic or something on that part. I love the Robert Plant girls carrying the guitars around and they were not playing them, and Adam didn't stand for him, so I was like, oh my, he's standing for everybody, every performance, and he didn't stand for him? Okay, then I found out later on when he was singing in the song that it was like the background singers who were doubling the part that he was singing, the falsetto part that he was singing, because they were doing it and he was singing something else at one point, and the mic did not sound like it had any effects on it. So he did great on the falsetto on this either way. Blake said his falsetto is the fun part of his voice. Pharrell agreed with Blake and said it's amazing how it comes out of nowhere. And if this commentary comes out of nowhere, make sure to thumb it up and let me know that you are enjoying it. I appreciate you guys' thumbs and for sticking around. So the second round of the show tonight, we had the hometown tributes. Everybody got to go home. Damien was doing the song I Don't Want to Wait by Paula, and he went home and was greeted by his TSA folks at the airports, which had him crying. And then he went to his old school to invite his old choir to sing with him. Catfish Charlie's made sure to have a big banner up for the camera while he was enjoying his family. Did you guys see it? I was like, oh, this whole thing all up in the camera. He also got his own day in the city of Monroe. And this song he sang was something with a little tempo for Damien, and it didn't start out well. His flips into falsetto were badly clipped in time, but it got better as it went along, and he didn't have the quick jumps happening, so it got a little smoother. He did sound a little strained in parts of this performance, but he had a strong finish. Blake said it was cool to see this side of him and said freaking great job. Pharrell called him a phenomenal voice and an incredible spirit. Gwen said she loved the production on the song and she loved watching him. TeamAdam's McAndrew went home and surprised his mom at work and didn't even take off his coat like they had all these people around and stuff like that. He never took off his coat. Did you notice that? I was like, oh my goodness, he was in a rush, right? He was also on NBC News and stopped where he taught music and performed Happy with the Kids, and he gave a concert at the end. He did I Still Haven't Found What You're Looking For by U2, and he started this out really strong and raw, and I was wondering where he'd go from there because he started it out so strong, but he didn't disappoint me. He brought it into some more mellow area, then spent the performance alternating between the strong and the softer, more mellow stuff. Really, really nice. He had the rock star ending on his knees, and all the coaches stood for him. A great performance. The crowd was going wild, and Blake said he makes it seem so effortless. Pharrell told him Bruno would be so happy and so proud of the handling of that song. Gwen said his voice is rich and magic. TeamBlake's Craig Wayne Boyd went home to visit his family and got choked up when he saw his mom and dad. They flew in to visit. He was on the WSMV promoting his hometown show, and then he did a concert at the Wild Horse Saloon. Randy Houser came on stage to surprise him, and they sang a song together. Then he did the Old Rugged Cross, an old hymn, and I was getting choked up when he reached into his rasp hit till he just hit some beautiful notes. This was a good dedication, and keeping with that southern preacher image he seems to be cultivating, this felt real and heartfelt, and the vocals were so connected. All the coaches stood for him, except for, did you see Adam stand? I didn't see Adam, if Adam was standing or not. Gwen said it was great to see him in this kind of setting and called his voice unbelievable. Adam called it brilliant. So maybe he did stand. Next was Taylor John Williams. He went to work first, and his family was there waiting for him. He had his radio interview with 105.1 The Buzz, and Gwen Stefani called in and surprised him and told him he was going to be opening for some big names on the Deck the Halls Ball in Portland, Oregon. And for his song tonight, he did Blank Space by Taylor Swift, and he dropped the guitar for this performance and put a bit of dark, twangy vibe on the song. It sounded like he mumbled some of the words before he hit the chorus. I wasn't really liking the sound of the song and his voice, and this was just somehow very off to me. It looked like a good effort, but his body language is off and the music wasn't supporting the lyrical line, and I just did not enjoy it. I was reading Twitter and some people loved it, some people hated it. What did you think of it? It was probably very polarizing, but I just did not enjoy it. Adam said it was awesome and he loved that he was tailoring and reworking the songs to fit himself. TeamAdam's Chris Jamison went home to Pittsburgh to see his family and got all emotional. Then he went to his job, Frank's Chicken and Pizza, and got a pizza named for him. He also got a homecoming party and his own day in the city. His old band played his concert with him, and it looked like they were having a good time. For his second song tonight, he did When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars. Just him and the piano. He got a chance to show if he could really give us that heart-wrenching ballad performance. He navigated the song, the notes in the song very well, but I felt he was worried more about the vocal production than the emotion of the song. It's undeniable that he had a great note with the falsetto in the middle. He held it out for as long as he could, and he also did it at the end, and those really make him a contender. His falsetto is what he's really got the special out of the five guys, and I enjoyed the performance. I just felt he could have been a little more connected to the lyric. Gwen and Adam stood for him. Pharrell said everyone in Pittsburgh is still standing on their feet for him. Gwen said that it was her favorite performance from him. Woo! I made it, I made it, I made it before my battery died. Y'all said I was the person I was try to get through this. Okay, so this is Robert Anton, robertantonnyc.com. Tomorrow night they will be doing the wild card show. Plus there will be elimination. We're going down to the top 3. Then they're going to add the one wild card, so we'll have 4 for next week's finale. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. I thank you guys so much. Let me know down in the comments who you loved, who you didn't love. If you agree or disagreed with any of my observations, hey, we are here to enjoy the show. And whether we agree or disagree, I am having a good time, and I hope you're having a good time. I'm out. Peace. Happy holidays.